of the biggest challenges in public education today is really, I would call it a lack of public will and true deep belief that all kids can achieve. And so you sort of ask people this question, oh, do we think every child can achieve? And there's sort of the general, sure, yes, but when you really drill down and I think start to ask each other and ourselves deeply, do we really think all children can achieve? Do we? And I think by all, I personally mean, every child from, the single parent family who, a child who's homeless and is trying to find a public school to attend. Do we believe that that child can achieve and has the potential to go on to Harvard and be a neurosurgeon? Now, everyone's not going to do that, but are we setting up a system where they can? And I think the public will issue is one that we have to face. I think there's this underlying current that we actually perhaps don't truly believe that, because if we did, we'd be investing both our time and our resources and our talent differently, particularly for kids in the lowest income public schools. And so there's the public will piece. Then there's also right now just a huge talent challenge in public education. We are seeing often not sort of the best and brightest from our college graduates going into teaching, particularly not teaching in low-income public schools. Schools in urban and rural communities often lose talented teachers to suburban districts that can, quite frankly, pay them more money and are not going to have some of the challenges associated with poverty. And poverty is definitely sort of the third thing I would articulate as a significant challenge to public schools. And it's not that we're going to eliminate poverty. I would love to make that happen. I think hopefully we'll get to that point in our country and our world. But really, schools are not set up to sort of handle the challenges that poverty, kids living in poverty will often bring to public schools. So kids growing up in poor communities are generally not going to have access to high quality preschool, which is a great way to get kids ready, or in this case, not ready for kindergarten. They're not often going to have access to all of the tutors and sort of the other activities that parents in wealthier communities can provide to really offset a kid's education. Kids growing up in poverty may come to school hungry. They may not have adequate health care. All of these things are going to impact that child's ability to achieve. And while the school still can meet those kids' needs, as I saw as a teacher myself, and we're seeing again around the country that it's possible, there's an extra lift to do that. And so how do we really change our school system to allow for the fact that actually if kids are really far behind and have not gotten where they are for a host of reasons, how do we extend the school day, extend the school year to make sure that those kids can really catch up?